Friends, let me discuss with a small example. Say, today is February 1. X Limited comes to know that it has to borrow rupees, say 40 lakhs, has to borrow rupees 40 lakhs in say March, okay, it has to borrow rupees 40 lakhs on March 15, has to borrow rupees 40 lakhs on March 15 for a period of 4 months, for a period of 4 months. Sorry friends. Okay, this is a requirement. Now, let's go step by step. Number 1. X Limited has to borrow today after a month, after almost 1 month and 15 days, okay. So, it has to borrow on March 1. As you think correctly, it is afraid about increase in interest rate, perfect. And it has to hedge through interest rate futures. So, it has to go for a sell interest rate futures. It has to go for a sell interest rate futures. Now, it has to sell what interest rate futures? Now, since the requirement is on March 15, there is no futures contract which is having its expiry on March 15. In February, as I said, we may have February futures, March end futures, April end futures, then June, September, December we will be having, right or not? So, in that case, I will be selecting the near month ending. I will say what a March interest rate futures I will be selecting. Friends, since my loan is going to be for a 4-month period, so tell me what is a loan period? I am going to borrow for what? 4 months. I should go for a 4 months March interest rate futures. That is, the underlying bond or the underlying T-bill should be having a 4 months interest calculation period. Everybody understanding? Okay. Now, problem is, say in India itself you take, you have a 91 days T-bill which is on the basis of the T-bill as an underlying asset. If you construct the interest rate futures, or if you say go for a T-bill futures, it is a 3 months T-bill futures. Respond is on one. Next, I have a 184 days T-bill. On that basis, if I go for a T-bill future, what a 6 months T-bill futures, we have a 364 days T-bill or 365 days T-bill. It will be a 1 year T-bill future. Respond is or not? In all this, on the notional principal, suppose of 5 lakhs, they will be applying the X percentage interest gain or loss into 3 by 12. On the notional principal of 5 lakhs, in case of a 6 months T-bill futures, they will apply X% gain or loss into 6 by 12 will be the amount of gain or loss. Understand? In case of 1 year on a notional principal say of 5 lakhs, they will be applying 2% change, X% gain or loss. They are applying on 12 by 12 basis like that. So, what happens is the interest rate changes that happens, the change in interest rate will give you a future profit or loss. That profit or loss will be applied on the notional principal into 3 by 12 for a 3 months interest rate futures, into 6 by 12 for a 6 months interest rate futures, and so on. Everybody understanding what I am discussing? Now, my problem is my loan on 40 lakhs will apply the interest rate X% into 4 by 12 will be the interest rate. Everybody understanding? Now, the problem is how to hedge a 4 months borrowing, 4 months interest rate with help of a 3 months or 6 months or 1 year futures. A question arises here because I cannot find any futures contract. I don't have a 4 months T-bill. I don't have a 5 months T-bill. I don't have a, say, I may have 1 month's T-bill, not an issue. But I don't have the treasury bills. I don't have a bond which is going to have an interest calculated on a 4/12 or a 5/12, etc. In that case, I have to either go for a 3 months futures or a 6 months futures, but I have to hedge a 4 months interest. Understand what I'm saying? So, what I have to hedge is a 4 months interest amount. 4 months interest amount, I cannot hedge. I have to hedge using 4 months futures, but unfortunately, there is no 4 months futures. Say I have only 3 months futures, 6 months futures, etc. That means my loan period interest risk, my interest is having a risk of 4 months loan period. Interest risk is not matching with the futures gain or loss calculation period like 90 days, 180 days, etc. This situation we call as what? Maturity mismatch. We call as what mismatch here? Maturity mismatch. Everybody understood what I am trying to discuss or not? Okay. In that case, I have to sell only a 3 months March futures, interest rate futures at some interest rate. Suppose I sell at an interest of 92, 8%. At what percent here? 8%. Everybody are understanding what I am discussing here? Okay. Now, the problem is as follows here. See, listen here. Let me tell you what will be the problem. Say, today, suppose interest rate is something around 7% here. What interest rate here? 7%. Now, come August 1, come what? August, not August, March 15, okay, sorry. Come March 15. Say the interest rate becomes, as I feared, 9%. It becomes how much here? 9% per annum. The interest rate becomes 9% per annum. Everybody are understanding? That means I have to pay 2% interest extra on the 40 lakhs into 4/12. Everybody understanding? That is the extra interest I have to pay is on 40 lakh rupees. I have to pay 2% extra interest into what? 4/12 will be the extra interest I have to pay. This I have to cover through my futures market. Everybody understanding what I am discussing here? Okay, friends. So, I will say like this here. 40 lakhs into 2% into 4/12 will work out to something around 2,66,067 rupees extra interest I have to pay here. Everybody agreed or not? Okay. Now, come to the futures market. Now, I selected 3 months futures, now trading at 92. Suppose there also interest rate increased. Now it is 8% in the futures market. Inga 7 nalang 8. Suppose it increased to 10%. Okay, in that case, suppose the futures closed at 90. I have a sell futures for 92. I give a counter buy futures for 90. Everybody understanding? I have a gain of how much percent? 2%. Everybody understanding? Now, you want to know the number of contracts? You see, 40 lakhs I have to hedge through 5 lakhs. I will be having 8 contracts. How they will calculate the gain? Simply listen. How I calculate the gain is profit is equal to 5 lakhs is a notional principal into how much percent gain? 2% gain. Into how many contracts? 8 contracts into what? 3/12. Everybody understanding? 5 into 8, this say, I will just say 5 into 8 is what? 40 lakhs. This number and this number are similar. Everybody understanding what I am discussing? 2% I have to pay extra interest here. I will be saving 2%, that is I am having a closing profit of 2%. This 2% also is common. The main problem is, here I have a 2% extra interest on a 4-month loan, but the futures contract is giving my compensation only into 3/12 because it is a 3 months interest rate future. So, due to which I will be under hedging. Due to which I will be what? Under hedging. Everybody are you understanding what I am discussing? In other words, if you want, I will just rewrite this way. Okay, now just a minute, friends. 5 lakh notional principal per contract into 8 contracts, say into 2% into this number. Okay, now this and this 5 lakhs and 8 lakhs, 8 contract gives you 40 lakhs common. 2% is also common, both sides. Inga gain and I am having a loss. Response is no, but only problem is here I have to pay the extra interest for a 4 months loan. Here I am getting a compensation only for 3/12 because the contract is a 3 months IRF. Why don't you select 4 months IRF? No, I did not have a 4 months interest rate futures trading in the stock exchange because they have a 91 days T-bill futures, they have 184 days, they have 365 days. Now they don't have a 4 months, so 120 days futures. Now I don't have it. Everybody understanding what I'm discussing? So here I have a problem that I want to hedge a 4 months loan using a 3 months futures contract. How to hedge? Now rumba simple. You have to increase the number of contracts. Increase what? Number of contracts. See, rumba simple. What I say is I multiply by into 4/3. If I multiply by what? 4/3. 3 and 3 gets cancelled, becomes what? This. Okay, now I'll just put the red. Okay, see. Please see here, friends. Number of contracts, what I say is, it will be 8 contracts into 4/3. 8 into 4 is 32 divided by 3 gives you 10.67 contracts. How many contracts there? 10.67 contracts. Okay. And your contract size problem is that, let me round off to 11 contracts. How many contracts here? 11 contracts. See, 11 contracts, if I put, what happens is the principal will increase. Understanding what I am discussing or not? So, on 11 contracts, 3/12 will be as good as 40 lakhs into 4/12. Everybody understanding? In other words, 11 into 5, simpler. On 55 lakhs, if you multiply by 3/12, it is something similar to 40 lakhs into 4/12. Just approximately I am saying, in a contract rounded off, na? Okay, 40 into 4/12 is going to give you how much here? It is something around, if you just see, it is, that is 13.33. 55 into 3 divided by 12 will be something gives you 13.75. I just agree that in a 10 point something is round up to what? 11 contracts. So increase the number of contracts to tackle the maturity mismatch. Calculating interest range for 3 months on a 55 lakhs rupees hedging principle is as good as calculating the extra interest on 4 months on 40 lakhs. In simple words, 4 months extra interest on 40 lakhs is as good as 3 months interest gain on 55 lakhs almost. Everybody understanding? The percentage is same, and also say what and say the principal alone I just change it because this is 3/12, that is what 4/12. Everybody understanding? Now what I say is, now I am just saying that everything is simple here. When there is a maturity mismatch, when there is what? Maturity mismatch, how many contracts I should select and varumbodhu, there is a formula. The number of contracts is equal to, rumba simple here, 40 lakhs I have to hedge. Contract size is 5 lakh. Contract size is what? 5 lakh. So normally I should go for 8 contracts. But my loan period is 4. The futures period is 3. So the number of contracts should be selected is 40 divided by 5, 8 into 4 divided by 3, it works out to 10.6 or what? Here rounding off happens, 11 contracts. Everybody understanding? To put it simply, I can say the notional principal amount divided by contract size into loan or deposit period divided by interest rate futures period is going to give me the number of contracts. Everybody understanding? What I am trying to say is, I have 4 months loan, but I have only 3 months interest rate futures. Any rise in interest in the loan case, I will be having an extra interest for 4 months calculation. But the gain which I make because of interest rate increase in the future segment will be only for 3 months. How to tackle a 3 months interest gain to tackle a 4 months interest change? Very simple here. Increase the number of contracts or decrease number of contracts to meet the maturity mismatch. So on 40 lakhs, 3 by 12 cannot tackle 40 lakhs 4 by 12. 40 lakhs into 4 by 12 interest range cannot be tackled by using 40 lakhs into 3 by 12. What I say is 3 by 12 into 4 by 3, if I just multiply right hand side, this 3 and 3 gets cancelled, becomes 4 by 12 or not. So what I do is number of contracts, 5 lakhs into 8 contracts into 4 by 3 will be the amount hedged, which will be something around 55 lakhs. 55 lakhs say on 55 lakhs principal, say the interest for 3 months will be equivalent to 40 lakh principal interest for 4 months. So number of contracts is going to be increased for maturity mismatch. So simply I say notional principal divided by contract size normally give you number of contracts into the loan period divided by the futures period will be giving you. Now understand friends, I can even hedge using 6 months futures. How to hedge using 6 months future? Simply what I say is 40 lakhs by 5 contracts will give us, 5 lakhs gives you 8 contracts or not. 8 contracts into, say the loan period is 4 months. Suppose I use a 6 months futures. I divided by what? 6 into 4 by 6. If you see, it is 40 divided by 5 into 4 divided by 6. That gives you how much? Something around 10, say once again, 10 point, that is into 4 by 6. Okay, sorry friends. 40 divided by 5 into 4 divided by 6. That gives how much? 5.33 contracts. All of understanding? In other words, if I hedge using a 6 months interest rate futures, then I have to hedge using 5.33 contract because in the right hand side I multiply by 6 by 12. So lesser notional principal on 6 by 12 will be able to tackle a higher principal on 4 by 12. Yes or no? Suppose I hedge using a for 6 months contract, then I should go for 5.33 contracts. If I hedge using a 3 months futures, I'll go for what? 10.67 or 11 contracts. 5.33 can be rounded off to 5 contracts also. Everybody understanding also? Based on the maturity mismatch, the number of contracts should be selected is what I just wanted to communicate in this particular discussion. Everybody understanding? Don't write anything friends. We will do this sum in the notebook, not in the classroom notes. No space is given for this sum. We should do this sum in the notebook. I will give you the notes at the end of this particular sum. But can you all start doing it together or not? Okay, a very good question. A question from one of the book called as Lumbi I have taken. That is question number 8. Okay, 6, 7 over. Take question number 8. It is about maturity mismatch. What I told is very simple friends. See. Yeah, 3 months loan can be hedged using 3 months interest rate futures. A 6 months loan can be hedged using 6 months interest rate futures. But a 4 months loan should be hedged using 4 months interest rate futures. It may not be available. Either 3 or 6 months only will be available, or like that only, T-bills all maturity not available. Okay, so in that case, how to hedge a 4 months loan using a 3 months interest rate futures? Romba simple, adjust the number of contracts. If I have a notional principal of 40 lakhs, contract size 5 lakhs, normally I take 8 contracts. Since they calculate interest as into 3 by 12, but I want into 4 by 12. So what I will do, I will increase the number of contracts by into 4 by 3. And the numerator 3 should go out, I divided by 3. New numerator 4 should come, I just multiply by 4. So what I am doing is, normal thing only thing is, 5 lakhs into 8 contracts, 5 lakhs into 8 contracts into 4 by 3, that gives you 5 lakhs into 10.666 or 67 contracts or around 11 contracts. On that if I apply 3 by 12, it will be as good as applying on 40 lakhs 4 by 12 is what I just wanted to communicate. The formula is notional principal by contract size into the say loan period divided by the futures period will be giving you what the number of contracts. By adjusting the number of contracts, the maturity mismatch can be what tackled. So this is also something similar to delta hedging. All of you understanding what I am discussing? So with this we have completed this particular intro. Don't write anything friends, this is only for you to understand it. Next sum will be a live example of this. Then I will be giving a small notes in this particular regard. Can I proceed on? Please take question number 8. Friends, take question number 8. We will do this sum together. Take question number 8. Okay. 6 and 7 has been completed. Take question number 8. The monthly cash budget of HYK Communication PLC shows that company likely to need 18 million. 1 million na 10 lakhs, 18 million na 180 lakhs in 2 months time for a period of 4 months. So it has to borrow for how many months here? 4 months. Financial markets have recently been volatile, and the finance director fears that short-term interest rate could rise by as much as 150 ticks. Understand, friends, one small new terminology. 100 basis points, we call as 100 basis point is equal to 1%. We can say interest increase by 0.5% or say increase by 50 basis points. Interest rate decreases by 2%. We can say it decrease by 200 basis points. Please understand, 100 basis points will be called as 1%. 1% can be called as what? 100 basis point. Say 1.5%, how you will call? 150 basis point. 1.25%, how you call? 125 basis points. Okay, basis points, BPS, na, basis points is one way of expressing a percentage. 100 basis points is equal to 1% interest. All of understanding? Now, either way, in a market they can also call as 100 ticks is equal to 1%. Basis points can also be called as ticks. Okay, 100 ticks is equal to what? 1%. As a tick size, etc. They will be giving in the contract specification. 100 ticks na how much percent? 1%. Suppose interest rate changes by 0.25%. Tell me how many ticks change here? 25 ticks. Interest rate changes by 150 ticks. Up now how much percent? 1.5% and so on. So normally please understand that 100 ticks or 100 basis points will be called as 1%. Everybody are understanding? Another name here. Okay, now tell me, currently interest rate is 4.5%. Tell me how many basis points? 450 basis point. How many ticks? 450 ticks. Everybody understand? That's all. Yeah. Can I proceed? Now let's go for the discussion. See, I'll just remove this. I'll give you some notes at the end of this sum. No problem. Just wait. Okay. Interest rate could rise by as much as 150 ticks, up to 1.5%. LIBOR is currently 6.5% and HYK can borrow at LIBOR plus 0.75%. LIFI, that is London International Futures and Forward Exchange. Now this LIFI only has now become ICE, Intercontinental Exchange. Okay, so LIFI was there till 2015, etc. Then it becomes what? ICE. Okay, ICE LIBOR. Either it was a LIFI LIBOR, now became what? ICE, Intercontinental Exchange. So the contract size is 5 lakh pounds. Okay, is the contract size. 3-month futures price are as follows. This is my sum from the book called as Loombi. This same pattern they have asked us some in the RTP. All understanding? That is why I am saying classroom discussion, don't think it is too much. Whatever I am discussing is only syllabus. All of understanding? Okay, next. Today, December futures is trading at 93.4. 93.4 should be understood as something around say 6.6% interest. Say then March futures is trading at 93.1, June 92.75. Assume that it is now December 1 and that exchange traded futures contract expires at the end of the month. You are required to estimate the result of undertaking an interest rate futures hedge on the LIFI exchange if LIBOR increases by 150 ticks or 1.5% and March futures increases by 130 ticks or 1.3%. This is a question that has been asked. Friends, I will just give you 2 minutes time. Go through the question, see whether you are able to develop the IRF strategy, hedging strategy. If not, I will be doing together with you, I will be understanding it. Okay, go through the question quickly. Shall I proceed up, friends? Okay, all of you listen. HYK Communications. Before that, today is December 1. Today is what? December 1. As per the sub problem. HYK Communication is going to borrow on December 1 on a future data on a future day. HYK needs a company needs to borrow 180 lakhs in 2 months time. Upon December, January. That means it is going to borrow on February 1. It is going to borrow. It is going to borrow on what? February 1. This is going to be the requirement day. Everybody understanding or not? Okay. Now, it wants to hedge. It wants to what? Hedge. If it wants to hedge, you should select the expiry month futures or not. Okay. February near month expiring is, can hedge using December futures? No. December futures expires before the February 1. It cannot be used for hedging. Right or not? Next. Can I use June futures? No, because June futures is more far away from February 1. June futures, if I close on February 1, what happens is I'll be having a lot of difference basis, will be having a lot of difference in futures basis, then it will be having an imperfect, almost imperfect hedge. Okay. But March futures I should be selling because on February 1, the near expiring futures contract is what? March futures contract. So number 1. So this HYK Communication, which is going to borrow, which is going to require to what? Borrow on February 1, will be selecting March futures. You should buy futures or sell futures or sell future. So the hedging strategy will be sell March interest rate futures. But all these futures given are 3 months futures. What futures here? 3 months future. So it can sell March 3 months interest rate futures to hedge its loan. But the loan is for a period of 4 months. So how to hedge a 4 months loan with a 3 months interest rate futures? Now, number of contracts should be multiplied by 4 by 3. Loan period divided by futures period. Increase the number of contracts to tackle. That is what we had already discussed in the previous introduction discussion. Adamba only change, apart from that nothing there. And the loan interest rate is going to be LIBOR plus 0.75 because floating rate. That is, normally 2 big banks can borrow at LIBOR. But if I borrow, they say will not give me loan at LIBOR. They said you take LIBOR plus I'll add some spread as a risk premium, and they say I'll be giving loan at LIBOR plus 0.75. Friends, tell me, today the LIBOR is 6.5%. Upper 6.5 plus 0.75. Today when HYK borrows money, he can borrow at 7.25%. Everybody is or no? But the company is going to not borrow today. It is going to borrow by February 1. On February 1, if the interest rate increases, then it is going to pay more or not. As feared, on February 1, interest rate increased by 1.5%. What percentage? 1.5%. So instead of say it is 7.25, he has to pay 8.75% interest on his loan transaction. Yes or no? But don't worry, the futures, 93.1 March futures today on December 1, on February 1 has increased by 1.3 ticks. The interest rate has increased. Yeah. So what happens is, so on 93.1, another 1.3 loan interest increase I have to subtract. I'll be giving a buy futures at a much more lower price and book the profit or loss. Everybody understanding? If you don't understand much more further, don't worry. We'll do the sum and then we'll be understanding it much more better. Everybody, can we all start doing it together or not? Okay, now give the heading. In the notebook, give the heading. Question number 8, I think. Right? Question number 8. Okay. Step 1. Interest rate futures strategy. Interest rate futures strategy. Step 1, interest rate futures strategy. All of you, please apply your mind and write. Okay, first. Requirement. Interest rate futures strategy. Right, first, requirement. Borrow 180 lakhs. 1 crore 80 lakhs, 18 million. Okay, borrow 180 lakhs after 2 months. Today December 1, I am going to borrow after 2 months. Borrow 180 lakhs after 2 months for 4 months. I have to borrow 180 lakhs after 2 months for 4 months. This is question order. Requirement. Yes or no? Next. Need to protect against. Needs to protect against. I should protect against what? Rising interest rate. needs to protect against rising interest rate. Can I proceed? Next, strategy in futures market. Strategy in futures market. I should go for buy futures or sell futures or sell futures, because if I sell futures at say some price today 93.1, when the interest rate increases, I'll be giving a counter buy at a much more lower price. I'll making a profit or not. So it is going to be sell interest rate futures. This is the only change. Next, number of contracts. Number of contracts. Friends, listen. Normally 180 lakhs divided by 5 lakhs. Normally I should take 180 divided by 5. I should go for 36 contracts. How many contracts here? 36 contracts. But the problem is, on all these 36 contracts, on the notional principle, they'll multiply by 3 by 12 because it's a 3 months interest rate futures. I don't know. But I have a 4 months loan. Increase the number of contracts by multiplying by 4 by 3. Multiplying by what? 4 by 3. So if I say into 4 divided by 3, the number of contracts will be how much here? 48 contracts. In other words, on 30, that is on 36 contracts, so what I say, a 4 months interest will be equal to, on 48 contracts, a 3 months interest. And if you just see, the interest will be almost what? Equal. 36 into 4 by 12 will be almost always equal to what? 48 into 3 by 12. So please understand, increase the number of contracts to meet the maturity mismatch. Everybody understanding what I am discussing? So the number of contracts is 180 lakhs, 1 crore 80 lakhs divided by 5 lakhs into 4 by 3. 1 crore 80 lakhs divided by 5 lakhs into 4 by 3 is equal to 48 contracts. In other words, I am hedging 48 into 5 lakhs, 240 lakhs I am hedging in futures market, but I am going to borrow only 180 lakhs in the cash market. Reason is, on 180 lakhs I have to hedge 4 months interest that can be hedged on 240 lakhs using 3 months futures. Yes or no? So I have to hedge 4 months interest on 180 lakhs principal, which I do by using what? 240 lakhs to futures contract on a 3 months say interest calculation. Everybody understanding? The number of contracts is increased. All of you understanding? Next, strategy defined. All of you tell me the strategy. What is the strategy? Sell. Sell what? March. 3 months interest rate futures. Romba simple. Strategy is what? Sell 3 months March interest rate futures, 48 contracts at today on December 1. The March interest rate futures is trading at how much? You should be telling me. Today it is trading at how much? Today on March interest rate futures is trading at contract is trading at how much? End month you are required to see. I just missed the number there. Okay. It's trading at 93.1. It's trading how much here? 93.1. Okay. So 93.1 should be understood as 100 minus 93.1 gives how much? 6.9%. Nothing but what? 93.1 is 6.9%. In other words, friends, today I have agreed. I went to Liffey. Now today it is called as ICE. Okay, suppose ICE. I went to ICE. Intercontinental. I said ICE. I will come on February 1. December 1, January, February. I will come on February 1. Not February 1, March, I will come on 31st March. I will come on 31st March and borrow. I will come on 31st March and borrow 48 contracts into 5 lakhs, 240 lakhs. I will borrow 240 lakhs for 3 months on March end at 6.9% is what I have told the stock exchange. Let's have the clarity or not. So the Liffey have told that Liffey, I will borrow from you 240 lakhs at 6.9% for 3 months on March end. That rate I am placing today itself is what is a transaction. Everybody understanding? No. But I can exit on 1st February on the my requirement by giving a counter sell. Everybody understanding? Idampa the contract position. I will just put say erase ink on the slide. Okay, see. It is Sell 3 months March interest rate futures 48 contracts at 93.1. Please copy this. So number of contracts copy and also copy the strategy defined. Copy the strategy defined. Shall I proceed, friends? Okay. Now, target interest here. Say, if I borrow today in the question, LIBOR is given as, just a minute, friends. Today in the question, LIBOR is given as how much here? 6.5%. See, friends, I can borrow at LIBOR plus 0.75%, correct? That means today if I borrow, I can borrow at 6.5% plus 0.75%. I can borrow today at 7.25% because today the LIBOR is trading at 6.5% or not, and my loan transaction is LIBOR plus 0.75%. So if the LIBOR is unmoved, LIBOR is a constant, no risk here. LIBOR never changes. After 2 months also, my borrowing cost will be 7.25. But my fear is the LIBOR may increase by as much as 1.5%. In fact, it turned out to be 1.5% extra. My loan cost became 8.75. Had it not changed, what would have been my interest will be the target interest I want to pay. But whether the futures is able to achieve that or not, we'll be discussing later. Everybody understanding? Okay, continue to write. Same step one, continue to write. Target interest, underline that. Continue to write. Target interest, underline that. Write down. The company can borrow at LIBOR plus 0.75%. Right? The company can borrow at LIBOR plus 0.75%. Company can borrow at LIBOR plus 0.75%. Full stop. If it borrows today, when the LIBOR is 6.5%, if it borrows today, when LIBOR is 6.5%, its interest cost will be 6.5 plus 0.75. Its interest cost will be 6.5 plus 0.75 is equal to 7.25%. Its interest cost will be 6.5 plus 0.75 is equal to 7.25%. Full stop. That is, target interest is equal to 180 lakhs into 7.25% into 4 by 12. And it wants to borrow this money. Had it borrowed today at 7.25, 4 months, it would have been 4,35,000. Target interest 180 lakhs into 7.25% into 4 by 12 is equal to 4,35,000. Target interest is equal to 4,35,000. Let's see whether futures contract is going to achieve it. Can I present or not? Okay. Next. Step 2. On maturity date. On maturity date. After 2 months, now December 1, say December, January, February 1. On maturity date, right? February 1. On maturity date, right? February 1. Can we start or not? Let's do it together. Cash market. Cash market. February 1, I go to the cash market to borrow money or not. So, at that time, the LIBOR became 1.5% extra. Question given, the LIBOR increased by how much ticks? 150 ticks. Apo 6.5% LIBOR has now become 8%. Everybody, yes or no? Plus 0.75, my loan cost will be 8.75% or not? Okay. Cash market. Put a down arrow mark and write. LIBOR increased by 1.5%. LIBOR increased by 1.5% to become 6.5 plus 1.5 is equal to 8%. LIBOR increased by 1.5% to become 6.5 plus 1.5 is equal to 8%. Is equal to 8%. Full stop. Right under cash market. Full stop. Can you write it? The company will now borrow at LIBOR plus 0.75%. the company will now borrow at LIBOR plus 0.75%, which is equal to 8% plus 0.75%, which is equal to 8% plus 0.75% is equal to 8.75%, is equal to 8.75%, full stop. Next line. Interest paid to bank is equal to, it is going to borrow 180 lakhs. 180 lakhs into 8.75% into 4 by 12. Interest paid to banks is equal to 180 lakhs into 8.75% into 4 by 12, 5,25,000. 5,25,000. Friends, you have to understand that I want to, that is, had the interest rate not changed, as LIBOR not changed, LIBOR is risky because it's going moving up and down or not. Has LIBOR not changed, I would have paid only 4,35,000 interest for my loan. But because of the LIBOR increase, I am forced to pay now 5,25,000. Had I not hedged, I will now be crying for 90,000 extra interest or not. But don't worry, futures market is the response. Now come to the right hand side, futures market, right? Futures market. I gave a sell futures for 93.1. I gave a sell futures for what? 93.1. Everybody has to know. Okay. Now, question said the LIBOR futures, this futures is called as LIBOR futures. How the LIBOR dropped in the spot market, LIBOR futures also dropped by 1.3%. So, in the LIBOR futures market, the LIBOR dropped by 1.3%. Sorry, LIBOR futures market, the LIBOR increased. Sorry, it is the LIBOR increased by how much percent? Yeah, it increased by 1.3%. When LIBOR increased by 1.3%, the bond price will decrease by 1.3 or not. So, the bond price will be 93.1 minus 1.3, that becomes what? 91.8 will be the bond price at which I should give a buy futures. Everybody understanding? Because when the LIBOR futures interest went up by, in futures market, when the LIBOR went up by 1.3%, then the bond price, the futures price drops by 1.3, that becomes 91.8. Everybody understanding my discussion or not? In other words, if you don't understand, I'll just give you in another way. Okay, 93.1 is 100 minus 93.1 is 6.9%. What percent here? 6.9%. I've agreed to borrow at 6.9%. But now, at the time of borrowing, the interest in the futures market went up by 1.3%. Apo 6.9 plus 1.3, now the interest becomes 8.2%. 8.2% only is called as what? 91.8. So, a loan worth 8.2% interest, I am agreed for 6.9, I am making 1.3% gain or not? That is what I am just trying to communicate here. Everybody understanding my discussion or not? Okay, all of you listen. Give a counter buy futures of 91.8. I made a profit of 1.3%. On how much here? I made a profit of 1.3% on a notional profit of 5 lakhs, on which I earned a profit of 1.3%. Since the 3 months futures, they multiply by 3 by 12, but I am going to multiply by 48 contracts to meet the maturity mismatch. Response is on what? So, in that case, the amount of gain I am going to have is, for 5 lakhs into 1.3% into 3 by 12 into 48 contract gives you 78,000. See, I suffered 90,000 extra interest in the cash market, but at the same time I had a gain of 78,000. I agree that perfect hedging is not happening because here the LIBOR increased by 1.5%, but the LIBOR futures increased only by 1.3%. The cash market change should be ideally equal to futures market change, but it need not be so because both are different markets having their own demand supply patterns, etc. In that case, the hedging is okay, but not perfect. Everybody understanding? No, all of you listen. What happens is, interest paid is 5,25,000, futures market gain is 78, net outflow is 4,47,000. Everybody understanding? But I wanted to pay, how much here? I wanted to pay, my target interest is 4,35,000, but I ended up in paying what? A little bit extra, that is 4,47,000 extra interest has been paid. Not an issue. Hedge efficiency is gain or loss. Futures market gain is 78, cash market loss is what? 90,000 is the answer. Can you just copy this particular slide quickly, friends? Okay. Now cash market already I have dictated. Copy the futures market and the sum gets completed. Please copy this quickly. Finish copying up. Okay, the answer. Write down notes. Write down notes. Right? Point number 1. Point number 1. The company wants to hedge its 4 months loan. The company wants to hedge its 4 months loan. But in the futures exchange, it could find only a 3 months LIBOR futures. But in futures exchange, it can find only a 3 months LIBOR futures. Otherwise, you can find December, March and June. We know how to select March, that's already old thing, okay? We can find only a 3 months LIBOR futures, full stop. Point number 2, this we call as point number 1, right? Point number 2. It is not possible to hedge a 4 months interest change. It is not possible to hedge a 4 months interest change with a 3 months interest rate futures. It is not possible to hedge a 4 months interest change with a 3 months interest rate futures. Full stop. This is called as maturity mismatch. This is called as maturity mismatch. This is called as maturity mismatch. Full stop. Point number 3. This maturity mismatch can be tackled. This maturity mismatch can be tackled by adjusting. This maturity mismatch can be tackled by adjusting the number of contracts. This maturity mismatch can be adjusted by, can be tackled by adjusting the number of contracts. This maturity mismatch can be tackled by adjusting the number of contracts, by adjusting the number of contracts. Full stop. Point number 4. Number of contracts is equal to, point number 4, number of contracts is equal to, number of contracts is equal to notional principal divided by contract size, notional principal divided by contract size into loan or deposit period. In this sum it is loan, some it may be deposit. Loan or deposit period divided by IRF period, divided by interest rate futures period, divided by interest rate futures period. Everybody are you understing? This is one should be tackling what? maturity mismatch. Okay, now already we have calculated, no need to calculate once again. Next point number 4. Next write point number 4. Point number 4 or 5 or point number 5. Right, point number 5. In this sum, in the cash market, we need to hedge. In the cash market, we need to hedge 180 lakhs into change in interest percentage into 4 by 12. 180 lakhs into change in interest percentage into 4 by 12, which is done by taking position in futures market, for a notional principal of taking position in the futures market for a notional principal of 240 lakhs. 18 lakhs into 4 by 3 for notional principal of 240 lakhs. That is 240 lakhs into change in interest percentage into 3 by 12. 240 lakhs into change in interest percentage into 3 by 12 can hedge the cash market properly. Don't ask me why it is improper here, because cash market interest became 1.5 increase, futures only 1.3. Why now both are different markets? Adala futures oda inherent hedging inefficiency there, but we try to make up the maturity mismatch this way. Everybody understanding? Idampa answer. With this, question number 9 has been completed. 10th question is a revision question. It is a revision problem. That is, FRA as well as interest rate futures both are tested in one question. This is a ICAI problem, one RTP question, a very good question which is going to cover everything done in this chapter. Upon this chapter will be over except question number 5, which I will doing after swaps, because it is a swap or is an option, interest rate option, which I will be combining with swap option and doing it. Everybody understanding? Now take question number A, say question number 9. With this we will be completing this particular chapter almost. Everybody understanding? Okay, please take friends question number 9. Request you to take question number 9. Electrospace is a consumer electronics wholesaler. The business of the firm is highly seasonal in nature. In 6 months of a year, firm will have a huge cash deposit, and especially near Christmas time. And another 6 months, the firm will be having cash crunch, leading to borrowing of money to cover its exposure. It is expected that the firm shall borrow a sum of euro 50 million. 50 million na 500 lakhs or 5 crores. Okay, 50 million for the entire slaxation for say in about 3 months. That is, it is going to borrow after 3 months for the full slaxation of 6 months. Now it's going to be what? 9 months. It has to go. It is going to borrow after 3 months. For 6 months, it is going to go for a 3 by 9 FRA. FRA will respond. Yes or no? Next. A bank has given the following quotation. Spot 5.5, 5.75. This is spot interest rate. Everybody yes or no? That is, today bank will deposit at 5.5. You can borrow at how much? 5.75. 3 by 6 FRA. 5.59, 5.82. 3 by 9 FRA, 5.64, 5.94. We all know that we have to go for what? 3 by 9 FRA, because that is because the company is going to borrow in 3 months time for the entire slack period of 6 months. So 3 by 9 is our thing. Now, once again another question. I am going to borrow a deposit borrow. Borrow, na, you should go for a buy FRA. You're going to go for whatever. Futures na sell future. FRA means what? Buy FRA. I buy FRA at bank, what rate? Offer rate. So the FRA rate should be 5.94%. 3 by 9 FRA offer rate. I buy from the bank a forward agreement 3 by 9 at 5.94 is the meaning. Next. 3 months. 50,000 euro futures contract, another contract, futures contract maturing in a period of 3 months is quoted at 94.15, that is 5.85. All of understanding? That is a 3 months euro futures. A 3 months what futures here? A 3 months euro futures. That is going to be after what? 3 months. March after 3 months. He is trading at how much? 94.15. Next. You are required to determine how FRA shall be useful in the if the actual interest rate after 6 months turns out to be 4.5% and then 6.5%. Everybody understanding? Next. How 3 months futures contract shall be useful for the company if the interest rate turns out to be as mentioned in part A and part B above. All of understanding? Is a question that has been asked. Go through the question, then we can just start with the solution. Please read the question quickly, friends. Then we can just complete the solution. Nothing new, everything is a revision process now. Can I start? Okay. I'll just give you a minute time. Go through the question quickly. Shall I proceed, friends? Okay. Okay. Can we start? Right now. Question number 9. Question number 9. While reading, have summarized everything. Can I start? First, write down. Part 1. Forward rate agreement. 2 questions here. How will you hedge using FRA? How will you hedge using what? IRF. 2 questions. No? First, right? Forward rate agreement. Right? Forward rate agreement. Unlined. Right? One by one as I dictate. Point number 1. Point number 1. Point number 1. Write down. Since Electra Space is going to borrow after 3 months, since Electra Space is going to borrow after 3 months for 6 months, since Electra Space is going to borrow after 3 months for 6 months, it should buy. Borrow nala, the FRA portion should be buy. It should buy 3 by 9 FRA. It should buy 3 by 9 FRA at, it should buy 3 by 9 FRA at what percent? 5.94%. It should buy 3 by 9 FRA at 5.94%. It should buy 3 by 9 FRA at 5.94%. At 5.94%. Everybody are you understanding what I am discussing? Okay, next. Point number 2. First, you tell me the meaning of this. What is the meaning? This company, Electra Space, has agreed to buy fish, say donkey, monkey, or buy shares or what? By interest rate. some reference rate is a problem without reference rate. Yes, some Libaro, Mibaro, T-bill or something has agreed to buy some interest rate after 3 months. What interest is? It has agreed to buy a 6 months interest rate after 3 months at 5.94%. Suppose the 6 months interest rate after 3 months increases, then he will give a counter sell at higher price and get a compensation. Drops, he has to pay compensation. Response is no. Okay, next, write down. Next. In other words, write down point number 2. In other words, Electra Space has agreed to buy a reference rate. Other words, Electra Space has agreed to buy a 6 months reference rate. Electra Space has agreed to buy a 6 months reference rate after 3 months at 5.94%. Has agreed to buy a 6 months reference rate after 3 months at 5.94%. At 5.94%. Everybody, are you understanding the issue or not? So, Electra Space needs to borrow 6 months after 3 months, hence should select the 3 by FRA borrowing at how much? 5.94. Can I proceed or not? Next. Write down. There are two situations given here. Situation 1 is the FRA on the maturity date, the actual interest rate turns to be how much? 4.5, 6.5. Two situations. Write down inside that. Situation 1, right? Situation 1 or part A. Interest rate becomes 4.5%. Interest rate becomes 4.5%. That is after 3 months, 6 months interest rate becomes what? 4.5%. Interest rate becomes 4.5%. Can I proceed or not? Next. Right. Logged in interest rate as per FRA 5.94%. Logged in interest rate as per FRA 5.94%. Have agreed to buy at 5.94%. Response is, if you want in bracket write buy, in bracket write buy at how much here? 5.94%. Actual interest rate, other reference rate, actual interest rate. At this I am going to give a counter sell, yes or no, actual interest rate turned out to be 4.5%. That is, I have agreed to buy a interest rate what 4.5% for 5.94. I am just losing, yes or no? Next, right? Compensation paid to bank. Compensation paid to bank. Notional principal, I think, is given as, all of you tell me, notional principal is given as, say how much here? Please help me out with the notional principal. It is given as 50 million, that means 500 lakhs. It is compensation to be paid to bank is 1.44%. Amount of compensation is 500 lakhs into 1, that is 50 million into 1.44% into 6 by 12. In a 6 months interest rate or not? So it is 500 lakhs into 1.44% into 6 by 12. It is 3,60,000. From this compensation is payable at the end of 3rd month or 9th month. Normally that's how it happens. You want it yearly, it becomes a present value. All of understanding? So since we are discussing net interest, interest also payable later, we don't calculate present value here. Can I present or not? Next. Interest on loan. 5 million into 4.5% into 6 by 12. 5 million into 4.5% into 6 by 12 is equal to 11,25,000. So I borrow money at 4.5% interest. My interest payment is 11,25,000. But if you say in the FRA leg, I am just losing 3,60,000 as a compensation to be paid. So together the total outflow 11,25,000 plus 3,60,000. The total outflow is 11,25,000 plus 3,60,000 is 14,85,000. Total outflow 11,25,000 plus 3,60,000 is equal to 14,85,000. 14,85,000. Write down note. Right? Note. It is assumed that compensation is paid on settlement date. It is assumed that compensation is paid on settlement date, that is 9th month. Compensation is paid on settlement date, that is 9th month, full stop. If it is to be paid on fixing date, if it is to be paid on fixing date, then if it is to be paid on fixing date, then the amount will be present value of 3,60,000. Then the amount will be present value of 3,60,000. Present value of 3,60,000 discounted at 4.5% for 6 months. Discounted at 4.5% for 6 months. You calculate, Allah not required. It's not a 4.5% for 6. On the current interest rate, a discount for 6 months to bring it to the third month. Everybody understanding? Next, part B. Interest becomes 6.5%. Interest becomes 6.5%. Part B, interest becomes 6.5%. Shall I proceed? Logged in interest. The interest at which I agreed to buy. I agreed to buy the reference rate at 5.94%. Actual interest after 3 months. That is the actual reference rate. At which I have to now sell 6.5%. I agreed to buy an interest at an FRA of 5.94%. That interest turned out to be 6.5%. So compensation receivable from bank, compensation received from bank is going to be 0.56%. Compensation received from bank 0.56%. Amount of compensation is 50 million into 0.56 into 6 by 12 is 1,40,000. 50 million into 0.56% into 6 by 12 is 1,40,000 is equal to 1,40,000. Interest on loan. Interest on loan. 50 million into 6.5% into 6 by 12, 16,25,000. 15 million into 6.5% into 6 by 12 is equal to 16,25,000. Don't worry, the net outflow is, don't write total outflow, net outflow is 1625 minus 1,40,000, 14,85,000. 16,25,000 minus 1,40,000, 14,85,000. Whatever may happen to the interest rate after 3 months, I am able to pay the same 14,85,000 for my 6 months proposed loan. Response is no. Now write down note. Write down note. Again it is assumed that. Note. Again it is assumed that compensation is paid on settlement date. Again it is assumed that compensation is paid on settlement date. Again it is assumed that compensation is paid on settlement date. Full stop. If it is to be paid on fixing date, that is third month. If it is to be paid on fixing date, that is third month, then if it is to be paid on fixing date, that is third month, then present value of 1,40,000 discounted at, then present value of 1,40,000 discounted at 6.5% for 6 months should be paid by the bank. Present value of 1,40,000 discounted at 6.5% for 6 months should be paid by the bank. For 6 months should be paid by the bank. So this is part 1 where we have hedged using what? Forwarded agreement. This one part of the chapter has been completed. Is or not? Now same institute question, they ask you to hedge using what? Interest rate futures. Everybody understanding? Next, right? Part B, interest rate futures. Give the heading part B. Part B, what you are going to say? It is say part 2, right? Part 2, interest rate futures. Part 2, interest rate futures. Can we start or not? Okay, first write down. Step 1, interest rate futures strategy. Step 1, interest rate futures strategy. Interest rate futures strategy. Underline that. Same pattern here. Okay, write one by one. Requirement. Requirement. I have to borrow after 3 months or 6 months, some lakhs, 500 lakhs. Yes or no? Write down. Borrow euro over rupees aguduma. Okay. Borrow rupees 500 lakhs. Change euro to rupees. Okay. Don't question the answer. Change the question. Okay. Borrow rupees 500 lakhs after 3 months for 6 months. Borrow rupees 500 lakhs after 3 months for 6 months. After 3 months for 6 months. Need to protect against. Idella you should be telling me. Need to protect against what? Rising interest rate. Need to protect against rising interest rate. Okay. What strategy will you adopt here? Buy futures or sell futures or sell futures? And only on sell futures, when the interest rate increases, I give a counter buy at a lower bond price and book a profit or not. Okay. So strategy in futures market. Strategy in futures market. Sell interest rate futures. Strategy in futures market. Sell interest rate futures. Number of contracts. Friends, listen carefully. I have to hedge using 3 months futures. But the loan period is 6 months. Do you understanding or not? So, see, the question says 3 months, 50,000 notional principal, futures contract maturing in 3 months. Maturing in 3 months is like a September, December futures. Okay. Maturing in 3 months, a 3 months futures contract only available. I don't have a 6 months contract. So I have to increase the number of contracts to do the maturity mismatch or not. So write number of contracts. Write down number of contracts. Write down notional principal divided by contract size into loan period divided by interest rate futures period. Into loan period divided by interest rate futures period. Notional principal is 500 lakhs divided by 50,000. Divided by how many thousand here? 500 lakhs divided by 50,000 into 6 by 3. I can hedge only using a 3 months futures, but 6 months is the loan period. Into I have to double the number of contracts now. So it is 500 lakhs now, 500 00000 divided by 50,000. Normally 1,000 contracts. It should be how many contracts here? 2,000 contracts is equal to 2,000 contracts is equal to 2,000 contracts. Is equal to 2,000 contracts. I think all have copied or not? Okay. I'll put a neat slide here. It is about 2,000 contracts. Next. Hedging strategy defined. Hedging strategy defined. Hedging strategy defined. Hedging strategy defined. Okay. See. Now I have to sell 3 months IR of 2,000 contracts at 94.15. Sell 3 months interest rate futures, 2,000 contracts at 94.15. Bracket, right, after 3 months. In bracket, right, after 3 months. In other words, I have agreed with the Liffey Exchange that after 3 months, I will come and borrow from you 2,000 contracts of 50,000 each, other than almost say 1,000 million. I borrow from you something around 1,000 lakhs for 3 months at some 5.85%. Everybody understanding? Idamba meaning. Okay. Can I proceed or not? Next, step 2. After 3 months, maturity date. On maturity date, step 2. On maturity date, interest rate is 4.5%. On maturity date, interest rate is 4.5%. Interest rate is 4.5%. Okay, first, right? Cash market. Cash market. In that, right, put down and right, borrow 500 million, borrow 500 lakhs. Borrow rupees 500 lakhs at 4.5% for 6 months. Borrow rupees 500 lakhs at 4.5% for 6 months. Full stop. Continue writing. Interest paid is equal to 500 lakhs into 4.5% into 6 by 12. interest paid is equal to 500 lakhs into 4.5% into 6 by 12 is equal to 11 lakh 25,000 is equal to 11 lakh 25,000. Everybody understanding it or not? Okay. Now, futures market. I have given a sell futures for 94.15. I have given a sell futures for 94.15. Friends, when I give a buy futures, it should be 100 minus 4.5. Interest has now become 4.5% or not. Let us assume futures will be matching with the cash market because there is a contango, that is a merger that happens or not. So in that case, I have to give a counter buy at say the 100 minus 4.5 is 95.5. I have to give a counter buy at 95.5. How's here also you know that the change is only 4.5. Now it's a 3 months futures contract. On the futures maturity date, cash and futures market go for convergence. That's what is or no. So it is 95.5. Suppose I had closed the 3 months futures in second month, there will be some basis. No, it is not so. Inga 4.5 now, futures market also the same 4.5 only should be the going interest. So it should be a futures price of 95.5. Loss is equal to 1.35. Loss is equal to 1.35. This 1.35 percentage loss is on a 50,000 notional principal into 3 by 12 into 2,000 contract. Another 3 months futures. Number kappa no multiply by 6 by 12. Okay, so 50,000 into 1.35% into 3 by 12 into 2,000. 50,000 into 1.35% into 3 by 12 into 2,000 is equal to 3,37,500 loss. Loss is 3,37,500. I have to pay 11,25,000 for bank for interest. Then I have to pay 3,37,500 in the futures exchange for loss. Right on. Total outflow. So write one by one. Interest paid 11,25,000. Interest paid 11,25,000. Futures loss 3,37,500. Interest paid 11,25,000. Futures loss 3,37,500. Total outflow, net padadama, total outflow 14,62,500. Total outflow 14,62,500. Total outflow 14,62,500. All of you understanding? Next, step 3. On maturity date, interest is 6.5%. On maturity date, interest is 6.5%. On maturity date, interest is 6.5%. Cash market, futures market. A cash market. Right? Borrow 500 lakhs at 6.5% for 6 months. Cash market la borrow 500 lakhs at 6.5% for 6 months. Interest paid is equal to 500 lakhs into 6.5% into 6 by 12. Interest paid is equal to 500 lakhs into 6.5% into 6 by 12 is equal to 16,25,000. Don't cry. Futures is there. Okay, it is 16,25,000. Futures market. I have a sell futures for 94.15. On the maturity date, futures market also will be closing only at 6.5% interest because on the maturity date there will be a conversion between cash and futures market or not. So if we say 100 minus 6.5, it will be closing a buy futures at 93.5. Buy futures at 93.5. Profit is equal to 0.65. Profit is equal to 0.65. It is amount 50,000 into 0.65% into 3 by 12 into 2,000 contracts. 50,000 into 0.65% into 3 by 12 into 2,000 contracts, which is equal to 1,62,500. 1,62,500. So interest paid 16,25,000. Futures gain 1,62,500. Net outflow 14,62,500. Net outflow 14,62,500. 14,62,500. Friends, with this, I have completed this particular first chapter in interest rate derivatives. that is called as interest rate risk management. Question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4, question 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 10 questions have been done covering forward loan, forward rate agreement without reference rate, with reference rate. We discuss about debt market in between, one full class elaborately. Then we continue discussing forward rate agreement arbitrage, FRA hedging, interest rate futures, normal futures hedging, borrowing deposit, interest rate futures hedging when there has a maturity mismatch. All this have been covered. Fifth is some interest rate options using Black-Scholes model is I will discuss that along with the the swap option, so that there will be no repetition in that discussion. Apart from that, this chapter is over. Next class will start with another important chapter called as interest rate swap. Friends, listen, we have only interest rate swap, currency swap and mergers and acquisitions to complete our syllabus. All of understanding, with these three, the syllabus will be completed. We will take around 4 classes, straight to 4.5 classes or 5 classes, let's assume, as interest rate swap. Currency swap will take 2 classes, 7. Mergers 2 classes, 9. Maximum 3 classes, 10 classes will be completing this particular batch. Okay, so friends, revise this chapter thoroughly, a very important. Today lecture alone will be very long because I did not want to have a separate lecture for last 1 or 2 sums here. I merged it, so bear with me. All lectures till now have been consistently maintaining from 2.5 hours to 3 hours only. This lecture spilled over to some extra time, but bear with me this lecture alone. Other lectures will be sticking on to the time schedule which I have already committed. Okay, friends. Bye. Revise thoroughly this chapter. Make use of that 1.5 viewing time very much properly. Write everything in the notebook. Revise and then come to the next class, that is interest rate swap. Okay, we'll meet in the next class. Bye. All the best.